Mic check, boys and girls. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Alrighty, let's do this. There's the power loop jumping over here too. Here we go, my mug on the screen. G'day, Stu from UAV Futures. Welcome back to the FB Mix, the greatest live stream on the internet today. If you're new to the channel, we're going to be going through all things drones, FPV, asking some questions. But first things first, I want to go through, can you hear me? Mic check, how's the video coming through? All that sort of stuff. Coffee check. Man, I actually did forget my coffee. I was like, yeah, I'm prepped. I am ready. I have already had one, though. I got up a little bit early. I wanted things to run. I was working on some lighting, all that sort of stuff. We got good old Pooch chilling out down below us as well, having a bit of a snooze. We've got Omni Droid. He's saying no audio, and I would say, well, you need to turn up the speakers, my friend. There you go. Mars Bars, FPV, he's saying all good. Video and audio, so welcome to the channel. We got Evan in here as well. Kiss, of course. He's saying good morning, Mr. Stewart. Good morning to you. Let me get my phone out of my pocket. Sam Clemmer saying, hi, Australian Chew. He's voted 3 hours. Oh, you've been waiting 3 hours. I'm going to hit that thumbs up button. Thanks for that little thumbs up reminder right there. Things are looking good today. Why is that, Mad Fisher? Because of the wonderful subject matter you've got here or something else. Reaction, entertainment. Let me know if you're in the chat. We've got 42 people watching this. We just started streaming 2 minutes ago. And we have a pretty cool, fun, exciting show coming up with, of course, our crazy jackpot giveaways. So let me see. I can see Johnny D. RC, big fan of him. Keep going, Johnny D. RC. Great to see you in the stream all the time, hanging out, mate. Jason, he's saying, how's it going, Stu? It is going very, very well. I did see somebody. If I scroll up here, there is someone with a YouTube channel called Neck Punches for Auto Scanners. So there we go. Not that we're advocating for violence here, but you guys know you got two options. Number one, punch yourself in the neck, or number two, hit me with a thumbs up. So let's go and do that. Omni Droid reckons he's going to win tonight. Random Family Man as well. G'day, people. He's tuned in. Let me tell you what we've got coming up in the show, actually. We have, so after this little intro, we find out what's going on, how you been, all that sort of stuff. We have the UAV news with Raven. There's, of course, with some extra singing in there, because I know, guys, you absolutely love my singing. I see the comments all the time. Stuart, please, can we just have more singing? 2 hours of your singing, Stuart. We can put that in there. I can see Space Cakes in there as well. I want to give some more subs to you guys as well. So if you are after more subs, we're going to be talking about that. We need to talk a little bit about movie star Russ, that old geezer as well. Maybe we might even do a live call where I talk to one of you guys. I want to hear about your craziest FPV stories. So it could be a crazy location, crazy day, crazy build, something that happened. If you think you've got a cool story, I want to be chatting to one of you. We'll get you on the stream, having a bit of a chit chat through Discord. We might check out some cool stuff on Instagram, and then as well, I might even tell a good joke or a bad joke, depending on my level of humor. We might have a joke with Stu towards the end as well. And of course, our absolute huge monster jackpot giveaway. All right. Now, before we get started with the news, what I want to find out is what's been going on in your world. Have you had a good week? Have you had any chance to get out and fly? I went flying on... Gee, I can't believe how quickly this week has gone. Like, feels like it's absolutely zoomed by. I've been trying to pump out some videos as well, so hopefully you guys have been enjoying that. Last week, we did 3 streams, 4 main videos, so it feels great. I've got a video coming out today as well. That's going to be on those X-Flip goggles, which are quite interesting, if I don't say so myself. Mad Fisher says, the lighting looks better to me. Oh, I'm glad you appreciate it. I've been working pretty hard on it. Spent a few hours trying to do it. Jose says, I just got into FPV. He loves it, but he's been brand new to it, though. But he does say he loves it, though. Will has said, you've got me into this sport, so it's absolutely my pleasure, Will. That is the whole reason that I make these videos, is to get you guys flying. If you watch these videos, you got to remember, I'm just the same as you. I want to get out, change my life with FPV, have a bunch of fun with some mates in the field. I'm glad that's in context, because out of context, that could sound quite inappropriate. But, hanging out with some older blokes in the field, field, in the park, with some things over our eyes. But here we go, flying around, having fun. The only difference between you and I, though, is I point a camera at it, and then I come back here and make these videos. So I try to share all that excitement that this hobby can bring us. So absolutely love FPV as well. Beggarman FPV, he's saying good evening from Canada, and he's giving me a little peace symbol. We've got 57 people watching. We've been streaming for 5 minutes. Dope Fish FPV says, so I'm new to FPV and I have a problem with my flight controller. It won't send video through my flight controller, so I've hot-wired my VTX to my cam. Yep, I'm unsure if I dare fly without a OSD. And also, Jason as well, which is absolutely crazy. I wasn't expecting a donation that large and within 6 minutes starting of the stream. And I promise, Dope Fish, we are going to be answering you. Jason, you absolute madman. Thank you very much for our PC. Things are heating up. I cannot believe that together we have gotten this close. This is the final push, the last home straight. We're at $97.06 towards upgrading our PC. You guys know how much I love these streams. I want to make this content for you. And if we look at the streams where they started to where they are today, they are definitely improving in terms of the software. We've got, like, I've spent some money. We've got the camera. We've spent some, well, I spent some money on the lights and everything in the studio, trying to make it look better for you guys. The one part that has really been holding us back, we've had stream crashes, just things dropping out, is my calculator laptop. Now, look, that's not the brand it is, but this thing gets insanely hot. It's very noisy. It has a whole bunch of fans pointed at it. It is pretty much, and Donnie with your donation as well. We've just capped it out over $100. So there we go. We have $400 to go till we pull the trigger and buy a new PC. But thank you very much, Donnie. Thank you very much, Jason, for your support, because I want to make the best content that I can. And something I've been thinking about as well, let me know in the comments or in the live chat. If we get once we get here, we get this new PC, I can probably make 4K videos. So if you were one of those people out there who has a good internet connection, I can now start rendering out in 4K. So 4K is going to be on the cards as well, and it won't take my computer like 24 hours to render something. So there we go. I can't wait. Thank you very much. I should also say thank you from Charlie. So look, I'm praying that this doesn't crash the stream when I click this button. Click in here on Doggo Cam. Here you go, Charlie. Here is your first pooch snack of the day. So here we go. Here's your smacko. That's what they're called here. I don't know why they're called smackos. That sounds like, a bit of a punishment. Here you go, Charlie. Here's your beef smacko. That's from Jason. Thank you very much for that donation, brother. Yeah, this is good. Oh, John, thanks, guys. How's the lighting? How do I look down here? Yeah, that's good. Thank you. All right. So thank you very much, Jason. Cheers for your donation as well, Donnie. I'm going to jump back here to your main face cam. If I get this on the screen. Because, and also we've got a whole bunch of comments. Now, before I forget, I will answer this one from Dopefish. So he says, unsure if I dare to fly without an OSD. Brother, that is all we did back in the day when I was a young lad, when I started flying around. We were able to fly without OSDs. You can actually set up a timer on your Tyrannus. I would always forget mine. So there's like some old videos. I feel like it's not something people do anymore. Imagine that video. Remember when we used to set timers on our radios? Yeah, so that used to be a thing. You'd flick the arm switch. Your Tyrannus starts counting down to say, hey, you've been flying for 2 minutes. You should probably come in, or 3 minutes. But that is another way to do it if you don't have an OSD. And I like how you problem solved that too. You knew that the flight controller was mucking up there. So you just not shorted them, but connected them directly, the VTX and the camera. That is some good problem solving skills right there. And yeah, you're right. If that is happening, your camera, probably your flight controller board probably is cooked in that regard. And I don't think it's going to be possible to fix it unless you're soldering up to the wrong part. But I would say, if it still flies and you can get the signal without going through your flight controller, just make do with what you got, keep flying, and you don't necessarily need an OSD. You can also get some cameras that have built-in OSDs if that's an option as well. Now, what I'm going to do here, people saying they love my singing. Jason says, I know what it's like to have PC issues, etc. Let me know how to win a drone. That's from Jose. A random family man says, Jason is boss mode for his donation. Thank you very much. We've got Russ Wolf 911 in here as well. Carlos D, he's saying, hey, Stu, it was good to chat to Carlos as well in the Discord. I had a chat to him the other day when I popped in there. And let's do it. I think this time I've got it ready on Random Family Men saying, ooh, 4K special. That's right. Stu, please don't touch the camera cords, buttons, or anything. Don't touch anything. Why is that? Is it looking good? I hope it's looking good as well. Because I've tried. I've even upgraded some of those cables. So I think now I can pick up that cable, wiggle it around. We shouldn't. That part, it's getting better. So I really am trying to streamline this, make the best content that I can. But you know what it is time for? It is time for, and I've even got it ready, the UAV news with Raven. All right, absolutely love it. I'm going to jump in here, undeafen myself so I can find out what's going on. I think I've got Raven in the chat as well. Just got to wait for him to tune in, turn his microphone on. He doesn't understand that he's muted, so he's pleased. Raven, there we go. Can you hear me live from the field? UAV News Raven, are you there? Oh, no.
No, I don't think I've got you, Stu. No, I don't think I can hear you.
Coming in, Sally in the satellite, could you please put on those patch antennas, take off the eSheen ones, use the TBS ones, please, so the reception's a bit better. Raven, can you hear me?
No, they got RP SMA screwed into SMA, sorry.
There you go. That's your problem. Radio. Let me get some news stories up here on the screen and find out what people are going to be looking at today. So how you been anyway, man?
Not too bad. No, it's winter time in Australia means it's actually a really nice, mild temperature, beautiful day. It's been a bit windy, but I think I'm going to go flying today. Finally, it's actually looking decent. So
wait, you got to clarify though. You live in like the tropical part of Australia, you jerk. Down here it is absolutely freezing. I know when you've been
on the
down
Gold
here a couple
Coast.
of times. Yeah. So it's sunny days, nice beaches, beautiful weather. My mum lives up there too, so I don't know. It is freezing down here, bro. I'm sitting here in a jumper. I've got the heater cranked. So all in all, I'm very, very jealous. So maybe I should move up there one day. But let's do it. What's our first news story, bro? What one would you like to look at first?
Oh, I'm a bit of an animal lover. I always like the ones where, because let's be honest, we scare the crap out of birds all the time.
Yes.
So there's finally some good news with a drone. Seems to be a DJI one again, helping out some hawks nesting in a tree.
All right, let me get this up on the screen. Hopefully we can. This is all going to work. Yep. Someone said, "Wow, this is getting professional." Absolutely. Here we go. So what can we? I'm going to push play on this video. There's no sound here. So what is the background story to this? We got some drones doing good, and drones actually helping out the wildlife.
There was pretty much there was a tree felling company doing some tree felling on a property, and there's a big kind of dead tree. They were just about to cut it down, and they weren't sure. They thought they might have seen something up the top, so they actually used a quad. A Mavic or something, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it looks definitely something with a gimbal. There's probably a Phantom or something. Yeah, or a Mavic. Yep.
Yeah. Just to go out and check them out, and the footage they got was really cool. But it also shows that drones can help, like anything positive.
Yeah,
once again,
that would have like say you cut that. I think these birds, from memory, they're protected as well, so it's illegal to cut down a tree that they're roosting in. I don't know what type of hawk. This was, but yeah, I thought, oh, look at this great drone control there. We're still learning our gimbals and everything, but you can see the hawk down there in the bottom right hand corner. So you imagine those poor little hawk birds. If you had to cut that tree down, it would have been absolutely smashed. So yeah, a bit of drones for good, always a positive. Man, he's getting pretty close. I wonder what that hawk is thinking.
Yeah, I did think that, but they probably, because they haven't seen something like that before.
It's probably not in their like things to be scared of, like in their brain. They wouldn't even know what that is. Man, he's getting really close. That's enough, mate. This is that. I'd be like, all right, yeah, there's birds up there. We don't need to get that close. There's been many. He's getting closer. What?
He might have a zoom. It might be
true.
A Mavic 2 zoom or something.
Yeah,
maybe. Let's just say it's a Mavic 2 zoom.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there. Very, very cool stuff, but it is nice. And then, yeah, they didn't cut the tree. I read in the article somewhere on this, but I had to pay for most of the article, but I just read the summary. They said they're going to come back and cut it down in a couple of months. I'm going to check if the birds were still there. So, I don't know. This looks like a pretty amazing place. Look at this in the background. Imagine ripping around here. This guy
does have some huge, wide open spaces.
Yeah.
Like even even bigger than what we see in Australia
This
sometimes in
this
a few
here,
states.
can you see? I don't know if you can see on the top of my screen, but I'm sure that it's a clothesline next to this tree. And look, this is as high def as it's going to get, but it almost looks like a little gyrocopter. Not that I think it is, but that would be pretty cool if it is a gyrocopter. All right, we're moving on. What is the
And fly.
next? Yeah, the next story. UAV news with Raven. What's the next one you got for us, brother?
Well, I think we've got like 4 for 4 or 5 for 5 for having a fish,
Yes.
whale, shark story every week,
Yep.
and
Yep. We have done
we've
one every
delivered
week.
again.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So
Let me get.
this one's actually, I think, the coolest out of all of them visually. Like the visuals
Great.
with the
Okay,
school of fish.
here we go. Yes, yes, here we go. So I'm going to push play on this. I'm going to turn the sound off because we don't want some
So this
copyright
is
strike.
the absolutely famous Bondi Beach in Sydney, which a lot of people know.
I'm going to push play
that's
yeah, Bondi Beach probably is the most iconic beach in Australia.
pretty much like it has its own TV show, and so it happened there.
All
It's
right,
kind of
so
good to know in a place like that there are sharks around and where
yeah,
they are
I
and what
didn't
they're
realize
doing.
this till they zoomed out and look. Okay, so we've got some great white sharks here. Anybody who doesn't know great white sharks, they're not really so. Well, I think it's great white sharks. Up the top here, under the little thing, it says
No,
great
they're
white shark.
bronze
Bondi Beach.
whalers.
Oh, were they? So there's a bit
Yep,
of
and a
misinformation here.
possible
Okay.
great white shark.
All right. So I'm going to push pause on this bit. So when they scroll up here, look at that. Look at that good auto exposure we've got right there too. They've got some people swimming out here. That freaks me out. This is why I always make sure that when you've got a couple of people and I'm at the beach, I'm like swimming up here. There's no way when there's people out here swimming around, that's not what I'd be into. And this is the best resolution that this video has too. I'm trying to get some better res, but yeah, this is what we've got. All right, so and this big part here, I thought that was like some landmass or some seaweed, but it turns out if I fast forward the video just a little bit, because it goes for quite a while, it goes for 4 minutes. We're not watching 4 minutes. It was actually a big school of fish, so close to the
Yeah.
beach. It definitely does look cool. Got some surfers and stuff over there. Imagine just swimming in that, or if that was be underneath you. Do they have the sharks that actually go into it?
I've seen images of that before. That'd be like, you know how many wildlife guys right now and researchers are just frothing over this kind of stuff, and it's
Wait.
just everyday, out of the box CGI pilots who are getting shots that people have just never seen before.
Just dreamed of. Yeah,
We've never had this many cameras in the air. We've got cameras on every phone. There's cameras now in the air flying around.
Do you reckon that these people could see it? Like these surfers could see that big shade there, or you wouldn't be able to see it that angle? They're probably too busy.
The water's pretty clear. Surely you'd be able to see it.
Man, this pilot is rubbish, though. Absolute rubbish.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, like all amateur photographers, we're going to say, yeah, keep in the air. He's doing some good there. We've got some cool footage. All right, moving on.
We had more views than every freaking FPV pilot this week
combined. Had more views than I do, absolutely.
And he bought it for $2,000 last week and just got it out of the box and didn't have to touch beta flight. What's an ESC?
Yeah.
I don't know what's it. It's got motors.
Did you read the instructions? Oh, yeah, I had to find out which props to put on which way. But anyway, I just fired it up, and yeah, here we go. We're here flying around.
Registered it.
Next part of the UAV news. What story are we going to look at?
This is actually one of the coolest, like, just baller quads ever. It's that big cinematography filming drone.
The most powerful cinematography. Now, I've turned the sound off here as well. I'm going to play this as well. I wonder what happens if I go full screen. Is it going to break anything? Oh, here we go. This is what you guys want to see. So can you tell us about this drone? What can you tell us about it?
So it's got a cool name. It's called the Ultra, and it's the world's most powerful drone for cinematography. Basically, it can lift a massive camera, but the coolest things are its redundancy. So it's going to be used in filming, I guess, mainly professionally. But you've got full motor.
You can even
put
a hairdryer on the top, apparently. Whatever this thing is, but yeah, all right. What was it? Full motor or full motor? Continue.
It's basically redundancy for motor, ESC, and propellers. Redundancy for the battery. It's got dual redundant flight controllers. Which is really cool.
Yep.
And a ballistic parachute recovery system.
And what's the price tag? Did they give a price tag on the
I couldn't find it, but usually if it means it's not on there, it's
built to order in quotation marks.
It'd be at least 100.
We've got it. It's about to take off here in a little bit. Jesus. I wonder what brand batteries it uses. It's got lipos all over it.
It's got T motors. It's just got two 306s on there. No, it's got.
It's 110 kilos.
Yeah.
I wonder, does it give
Look
us
how
a
many
flight time?
batteries it runs on.
Yeah,
It
yeah, I
looks
can
like
see
it's
them all
got.
strapped to the top. I'm surprised they don't have like a shell or something over the top of that. Like you can still see our hobby, even though you've got this. Let's say this is 100 grand. You can still see our hobby inside this with cables running everywhere, wires running everywhere, XT60 or 90 connections or whatever. Full flight controller and motor redundancy. I
The
guess when
camera can carry 60 kilos, so up to that, you're almost 200 kilos of flying. So
Jesus.
it'd be hard to get. It's hard to get the scale of this thing, like how actually
I
big it
reckon as
is.
big as a car. Yeah, that's as big as a car. Because this here, I think that's an Inspire. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me know in the chat as well, guys. But this could be some Inspire. And if this, I'd say that's as big as a car, man, almost. Inspires are pretty big. And this looks like,
It's a
yeah, that's
it's
freaking huge.
it's a max takeoff weight, sorry, of 110
110. Yeah,
kilos.
yeah.
It's not 170.
Yep, yep.
But still, and a top speed of 105 k's. So
Well, I bet you're
anyone
still
who does
cheaper than a
physics,
helicopter, though.
that's
A lot of
yeah.
inertia, a lot of mass, a lot of kinetic energy when it's flying around. Imagine being the pilot flying this thing. You would. I wonder if it is all like has any sensors or anything, or it's all about the pilot trying to chase something down. And this is what I can see Nerk piloting, because you'd pay a lot of money to have a pilot like this that actually knows what they're doing. So
I think Nick this week said he was going to fly. All my cats are fighting. All right, there we go. My Nick, always the right time. Nick is gonna
he has a
fly
red camera
a
or something,
red camera this
which
week.
is
They're
like
like
what?
40 grand.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you can definitely see why they've got such expensive things on. This is my favorite shot though, with the hair dryer on the top of the drone. So definitely some very very cool stuff there. If anyone wants to send me one of those for review, feel free to send that through, and
Oh
we
yeah.
can have some fun. I could. They might send me a prop. There we go. Have a look at the prop. All right, and the last story of the day, jumping over to Multicopter, one of my favorite Reddit places. I love Reddit, but waste a lot of time on here. For anybody who doesn't know, Raven, what can you tell us about this one? I thought this was really cool.
We always try and end on an FPV one. This
Yep.
one, yeah, is really cool. So the beta light radio that everyone's loving right now, $40, does FR Sky, blah blah blah. The biggest thing was it ran OpenTX. But you couldn't really do anything with it.
Yeah,
So
it,
some
like
guy,
yep.
yeah, he's basically modded. Like he said, it would cost him about $10 in parts for the screen and stuff like that. But you can use full OpenTX. It's got a little screen, and he's modeled it so it's got two 18650 batteries and an R9 system.
And yeah, so you can run an external module tacked into OpenTX, and yeah, with an upgraded battery part. I wonder if it still charges through there as well. But yeah, pretty crazy considering that's a $40 radio. So this is one of my favorite beginner radios. I think it's great to get people into the hobby, and it just shows you it's running some serious firmware behind the scenes. So I think it's definitely a step in the right direction. Would I be upgrading it? Would I be jumping to this though? I don't know. I'd still probably get like a Radio Master T16 by the time I did all this. But if you are absolutely on a budget and don't have access to some of those parts, and you've got a 3D printer or a little bit of a know-how, you're still going to get some crazy range, and it's very, very cool stuff. So anyway,
Even if you're at like university or something, it'd be a cool project to show. Maybe take Crossfire or take something else and put it into it.
it could
And
definitely
you end up with a baller radio.
sucker those science teachers in there who have no idea about FPV and think that you created something awesome. You could just do a write-up, really, just copying some instructions online and writing down the procedure. So no worries. Thanks
That's
very
an A
much.
plus.
Yeah, that's it. There we go. You can have an early mark. Thanks very much there, Raven, for the UAV news. I do want to play that little song again because I only get to play it like once a week. So I'm going to play it again here. Thanks very much to our reporter in the field, Raven FPV, with the UAV news. Man, it's awesome. Oh, he's left. He left. I didn't even get to cut him out. He's gone. He's left. So too easy. Thanks very much, Raven FPV. What did you guys think about that as well? What was your favorite news story? I can close some of these tabs down now because I do not want my computer to explode. So there we go. We've got these coming up. There's my UAV news story down. Which one did you guys like the most? Definitely getting professional here on the FPV mix. I'm sorry if I missed your guys' comments. Throw them down below as well. We've been streaming, man. That's gone so quick. 25 minutes. We're up to 93 people watching. 48 thumbs up. So yeah, so we're going, that's so Raven. Raven said boom. He left. He cut me out there. So usually I was getting ready to cut him out every time. Let's see. What are some other people been saying? Evan Mendita says, Stu, I have a question. Have you ever been late to a stream or missed a stream? I haven't been late to a stream, but we've definitely been late streaming because my computer, well, it likes to catch on fire sometimes, you know, quite almost literally. It gets very, very hot, shuts down, all that sort of stuff. Nathan Shears is giving me some dollar signs and people thinking, definitely talking about that big drone we saw in there, the one that was next to an Inspire. That thing was absolutely massive. So it may, and Carlos D says the Inspire looks like a 5-inch compared to that thing. I would say it would be as big as a small car, that rig. It was very, very cool tech. Very expensive, but definitely you can see those drones taking over the future. Helicopter pilots and all that is going to be out of the window when you can fly those drones around. Going to be much cheaper than a chopper too, and safer. The Inspire is already 17 inches wide, and yeah, so you got to think that thing's, I don't know, absolutely huge. Chaos FPV says, how do we have 93 people watching and only 44 likes? Show some love, people. Man, that actually did make a difference. We're up to 54 likes, and 2 people give me the thumbs down. So thank you very much. Whether you're the thumbs up, thumbs down, thanks for just letting me know how you feel. Sorry, I liked it now. So that's from Jason as well. And let me scroll down just a little bit. Man, we're getting, what is going on here? We're getting, it looks like a few chats coming in as well. Yeah, so Chaos is saying, hey there. Gunner's saying, hit that like button. And Carlos D is saying, the mod for the $40 radio, it's really nice. It is impressive. I'm all for people taking the cheapest components they can and getting a good experience from it, because I feel like you shouldn't have to drop a heap of cash to have a great FPV experience, and it can be misleading. If you watch only some people on YouTube, they will tell you get the most expensive products that you can pretty much, and a lot of people don't realize that if you're not getting sent those parts for review or you're not getting some sort of sponsorship deal, it's expensive, man, getting into this hobby. So I'm all for, if you can get in the cheapest that you can and still have a good time, absolutely go and do it. Well done, those people making those mods. We've got 2 super chats very, very quick. I've come in very, very quickly, close together. The first one, Chaos FPV as well. It says Charlie feels left out, so let's jump down here. And thank you very much for your super chat, Chaos. And of course, Charlie, who was having a snooze there, look at him saying his name. He's popped his head up. Yeah, what's happening, guys? Oh, is that Chaos FPV? Cheers. Oh yeah, I just have a little snack. Oh, let's see. Hurry up, give me that snack. All right, Charlie, settle down, buddy. It's coming. That's from Chaos FPV. Yum, 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 yum. So thank you very much, Chaos FPV. It's great to see you here in the stream. Once again, been here watching for a while as well. And also, I've got to say thank you to MB Edits, who's saying, loving the convo. I just had my third 5-inch give me terrible VTX compared to my 3-inch 2.5. And Little Whoop, what's up with that? So happy to answer that question. Charlie just saw me pick up another treat. So it's just as he was about to put his head down. Here you go, Charlie. This one is from MB Edits. Oh, yeah, great. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Yeah, help him out, Dad, with that VTX question. What's the go with that? Why isn't that 3-inch working? All right, let's do it. Jump back here, main face cam, which is this one. Answer your questions. Thank you very much for those super chats as well. And for anybody else, there is also the link to, we're trying to upgrade the PC. The link should be in the description. We have, what is that, $399.94 to go till we hit our ultimate goal. I don't know what, I'm going to have to do something very, very special when we get here. Let's do it. MB Edits. So you're saying you've got your third 5-inch giving you terrible VTX compared to the other one. So first things first, there's a couple things you need to check. The most important one, is it on the right channel? So if you are going to be scanning around, never use auto scan. You can just smash that I'm not even getting started on auto scan. Don't do auto scans. Make sure you are going into your quad. I hope you're using smart audio. Go through, you select the channels. Right, I'm on 5740, which I know is Fat Shark 1. So I go to the Fat Shark 1 band, and I can see on my quad it says 5740. On my goggles it says 5740. That is the first thing that I'd be doing. Then I would be checking if all your quads are on 5740, and let's say your 3-inch and your 2.5 and your whoop are giving you great reception, but your 5-inch is giving you bad reception, right? Okay, we have narrowed down the problem. It is going to be on that 5-inch somewhere, and it is not video channel. I would go through. Check your antennas. Are they RP SMA? Have you accidentally connected the wrong little connector on there? It has the connector pop off. Is it UHFL? Is it RP SMA to SMA? You know, make sure that the connection from your VTX that is spitting out a signal is nice and clear. Also, you might have to change some things on your VTX. So maybe you need to change your power levels on your VTX. If you have it, that VTX might be on an incompatible band. It might be in pit mode. You might need to set it so, okay, Fat Chuck 1's not working. Set it to something totally different, like race band 6. And then you're going to set it to race band 6, see if you can track it down that way. Same things, cycle through on your goggles, don't use auto scan, go through on your radio using the smart audio, all that sort of stuff, and try sending it on a different channel. So I don't know, that's quite a lot of things to check, but hopefully that covered every single one of them that can help you flying. Let me know what you have done too. Is there any of those steps you haven't tried out there, MB Edits? But hopefully that helped. I felt like that was a very detailed answer, so thank you very much. June Loco 619 says, how can I get my name on the board? These people all here are absolute insane people right here. Some FPV legends. Every single one of these people, it came through as a crazy donation, over $100, and I was like, I need to do something special for these people. So their names are on the board. FPV Nick, Captain Kirk, Daxi FPV, Don E. Quiggs, and Rob Mullally. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that last name, but thank you very much for being an FPV legend and helping me get to where we are on the stream, upgrading their gear, because without your help, we would be significantly behind where we're up to today. So thank you very much for helping me make this content. And also, I'm going to say thanks on behalf of the audience, because we are making content that people can watch, get excited about. It might help, whether it helps them through the day, they just enjoy listening to this like a radio show or something like that, or whether this is the channel, this is the stream that thinks, oh man, I checked this out. I kind of do want to try these little fun FPV races and fly around. What's this hobby all about? And then boom, Bob's your uncle. We are off to the races, exploring the skies. FPV, just head explodes. Amazing, beautiful hobby that we all know is just how life-changing it can be. So thank you very much. That's how those people got on there. Went on a bit of a side rant right there. Carlos D as well. He's donated $3. He's saying, give Charlie some scratches as well. Did you hear that? I think the train is coming. So choo choo. I will do that. Thank you very much. Also, MB Edits. We've got a few chats coming through. He has said, thanks, bud. So I'm glad that was able to help. Please, MB, let me know if you have any troubles as well. I want to know what you've tried and if we can fix you up, get flying. That's what we're here for. I'm going to jump here to this one's from Carlos. Here you go, Charlie. It's not a treat, buddy. You're just getting a scratch. So, oh yeah, this is where if you're ever over here, you got to give Charlie a scratch just up above the top. No audio? Woo! Can you hear me now? There we go. I think I leant over and unplugged the mic as I was giving Charlie a scratch. So there we go. And I don't know if you heard me say thanks to MB Edits and also Chaos FPV with his little super chat of $1.99. Thank you very much. Can you guys still hear me? Check, check. 1, 2. All right, we've got a whole bunch of super chats coming in. We even got a super chat too from Chaos that he said, hey, UAV Futures, your mic went out. So thank you very much for that reminder. It just goes to show too how many people we've got here in the chat. So a lot of people chilling. We've got 98 people watching. We've been streaming for 34 minutes, 67 thumbs up. So let's do it now. You've got 3 options. Whether you want to, let's say 4 options. We can. Number 1, 5 options. Give a thumbs down. Number 2, punch yourself in the neck. Number 3, you can hit the thumbs up button. Or number 4, feel free to send that little super chat this way as well to say, Stuart, your mic is unplugged. We've got a lot of people that comment. It's funny. Mike, who we got? Jason, R7 driver, as a ace man, Omnidroid, Carlos D, Juiceless. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that. Everyone's saying Mike. Looks like we are back. We can fix it. Yay, we're back. Yes, here we go. Jeff Kelly, he says the iFlight Alpha A65 isn't any good. Let's have a look, my friend. Let's do this together. Heenik has said first stream for me as well. Was building a new drone till 2 a.m. and then the stream popped up. Couldn't resist. Greetings from Germany. Great to see you in here. Thank you very much, Heenik. Good luck with your build. I'm going to be Googling for Jeff the iFlight Alpha A6. So let's do that. Have a look together, have a bit of a squeeze, and I don't even know if I actually have one of these. Maybe, or maybe it's in the shipping. I don't have one here. Let's open up the top link. All right, what's it got in it? Let's go right here, main screen share. That should all be good. Okay, let's see. So the iFlight Alpha A5, it is 145 Aussie dollars, GST included. So take 10% of that off. Let's say that's 130 bucks. And then let's have a look. Convert that. It's about I'm going to say about 99 US dollars. Let's see how close we were. Whoa! Look at that! Boom! UAV Futures with the maths conversion right there. That, I'm impressed with myself. I'm going to give myself a little gold star right there. Woo! All right, what do we got? Okay, I pity you can't get the one with the TBS antenna. That's this just looks like a little Mob 6 lookalike. There's not. Oh, here we go. Here's a bit of info. What do we got here? F4. Burst, what Beal Heli S? That's okay, that's kind of cool. I like the ESCs we've got in here. Nice little camera, looks cool. Yeah, I probably, where's the weight? Where's the all up weight? Let me see if we can, 24 grams without battery. So the Mob 6 is 21 grams. But this one does come with some Zing motors, Butter Smooth 802. So there we go. It says we get longer flight times. We'll have to see. Yeah, I think if you had one of these, you still would be having a good time flying around. All in all, the iFlight Alpha A5, on first impressions, it looks like, you know, a little bit more of a more powerful Mob 6. A little bit more refined, but it looks like it's got a bigger lens on here too. But it is probably a couple of grams heavier. It's about 10% heavier, so we'll have to see how that affects the flight times right there and how that actually affects the performance. But yes, a nice little drone. We've got back here main face cam. Also want to get like a stream deck eventually one day where I can just I don't have to look and click with my mouse and I can just click on some different things. Oh, look, Raven's agreeing with me saying they're a bit heavy. Yeah, that 24 and a bit grams. I definitely think that shell and the lens are a little bit bigger, so we'll have to see how they go. Tismo D said I'll have to wait around 3 months until I can build my own drone because I'm broke, really broke. And let's see, some people saying, wow, they're impressed with my conversion skills or something. Even I was impressed right there. Mad Fisher giving us a thumb. Oh yeah, and no adjustable angles. So that is right. That's a nice little thing. If you look here, back to new screen share, we've got no adjustable angle in the FPV part, so we can't click through there and change that, which is something that I did. I think you can do that on the Mob, I believe. All right, let's have a look here. Carlos D, he says, choo-choo. By the way, I'm still waiting for the motors for my tiny trainer build. They're 2 days behind schedule. Worst of all, I busted my Mobula 7 motor and batteries, so no drones for me. You are absolutely out of the air, Carlos. So that's no good. Thank you for your donation as well. Jumping on that train. Man, the train is definitely speeding along. If we look here, we're already up to $110.06, and this is where it starts to heat up. Thank you very much. Here you go, Charlie. This is from Carlos D, who's broken his drone there, so that's no good. Oh, yeah, that's no good. Got to get some more motors, get flying. There we go. Have a bit of chicken and liver and beef or whatever flavor that is, Charlie. Oh, that's yummy. Thanks, guys. He's just looking at me, giving me the weirdest look. Is that Charlie smiling? Yeah, that's great. That's great. Oh, you're funny, Charlie. All right, thank you very much, Carlos D, for that donation as well. Definitely getting on our way towards that new PC, which I can't believe is actually Finally here. I wonder if we'll hit that before the end of the weekend is over. Let's go here. Main face cam with the dog. Chris Croft says, get Touch Portal app. It'll turn your phone, iPad into a Stream Deck. Okay, so that's something nice. Maybe we can have a look into. And JP is asking, eSheen EV300O FPV goggles with OLED screens. What about them? We have tested them out. I think there is a review somewhere on the channel somewhere. If I went through and I found that they were okay. They weren't really worth the price though. And David FPV says, AKK, it can't change VTX power or channel in smart audio. Switch it to IRC Tramp, AKK, Infinite DVR. I'm not too sure what you mean, David. Yeah, if it's not working and you've got it hooked up to the correct UARTs for your smart audio, try switching it over to the Tramp control. Yeah, you can try. There's no harm in trying that anyway. That's what I'd be doing. If it's not working, I don't know what protocol the AKK boards run. Because I think some of them have changed in the past. A lot used to run Tramp, and now they've switched over to TBS anyway. All right. Mr. Blogie says, do you have an opinion on the Happy Model Mantis 85? Yeah, from memory, I think it's rubbish. I never reviewed this quad, and I did have a couple of them. Goes to show that it takes drone companies a little while to get flying. This is it from memory. This bad boy right here. So let's go to, I don't even know if they still make these. I think Bangers is going to be, I'll be surprised if these are still for sale. Man, they're still for sale. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. Block those notifications. I don't want any notifications. New screen share. This drone right here, the Mantis 85, it's too cheap. Don't get it. It's so old. It's about 3 years old, which is an eternity in the FPV world. So here we go. Here's the Mantis. Look at this. It's probably got an F1 board. It's crazy we've got a 4-in-1, but it's got some cheap motors in here. I don't trust that receiver that's on the back. Let's scroll down. Looks like these people liked it. He's saying, look, you can get it stuck. What a strange thumbnail. Hey, wife, I want you to come stand here, but turn around so we can see your hair. There we go. Unless they're going to get that stuck in there. I don't understand that thumbnail. Someone explain that to me. And let's see. Oh, it's an F4 with built-in OSD. Okay. Betaflight 3.1. Wow, that's getting a little bit old. But yeah, all in all, not my choice anyway. I wouldn't be picking it. So don't get that. There's some better options out there. Absolutely. What I would get, there's like a Beta FPV kit. You can have a look back here, main face cam. Go to Beta FPV. They have a little new kit coming out which has a drone, a radio, and a pair of goggles as well. And it's probably going to be around the same price as this. All right. Let's see. Mad Fisher says it flew pretty good. It's just old now. Okay. Johnny DRC is saying you need to set the channels in Betaflight. LCZH says cheers. I'll get one of them. All right. We've got Junk Old Colo 6191. How can I get my name on the board behind you? I just went through this for some other people, but essentially these FPV legends here, every single one of these gentlemen donated $100 on one of the streams, and kind of crazy. I wanted to do something special. I thought, you know what? Well, I'm going to put them up on the board permanently on there. That's not actually a blackboard. So look, you're stuck here. Sorry, FPV Nick, Captain Kirk, Daxi FPV, Donnie, Quiggs, and Rob Mully. You're stuck in my studio forever. I own part of your soul now. It's on the soul board we've got right here. And Tismo D, Stu, you actually inspired me to start building my own FPV drone and not buy one to get into the hobby. And your videos improve my soldering skills a lot. Thanks for making these great videos. Absolutely my pleasure. Like UAV Futures, it's all about sharing the love of FPV. And for anybody else who is jumping in, let me say you need to go to this website right here. It is uavfutures.com. Everybody should have this bookmarked, or definitely go check it out. There's some really good articles on here. New screen share. If I scroll down and you are a newcomer, this one right here is one about the right tools for the job. This is going to make your life a lot easier too going through. You can learn about pretty much everything that you need, but a big one, check out some of these soldering guides. So these two right here, both these soldering guides are going to be a must. Please don't start soldering, and if you've never soldered before, Don't be like, you know where I'm going to start soldering? I'm going to start soldering on this tiny little electronic board that I can short out really easily. I've got zero soldering experience. What's the worst that can happen if with zero experience I just jam all this stuff in here? Don't be that guy or girl. Watch these videos, do some practice, and then after, like, honestly, 10 minutes of solder practice, you're ready to rock and roll. So I even taught my, there's probably about 11 now. Maybe 12. I don't know the top when he. Okay, I think he was about 11 when I taught him, but I remember my nephew when he was over here. I was like, man, you can do some soldering. Let's do this. And definitely a fun little skill to learn as well. And plus, who doesn't want some good old lead fumes in their face? All right, main face cam. Here we go. Now, what I want to say too, I want to have a chat with one of you guys. If you have a crazy FPV story, and I'm going to get one of my mods to help me out here. I'm not too sure how it's going to go if Raven is still watching or still listening. I'm going to have to see. I want you to jump into, let's say, the voice chat. I'm going to say Trev's personal bleep line channel right here, which is, if I go to new screen share. New screen share, which is just here. That I'm getting distracted by, but I'll answer that in just a second. So new screen here. What I want you to do, if you would like to come on the stream and hang out, look, I can see Carlos D is in here as well. Make sure your microphone is muted up because I want you in there. But also a mod might jump in there, and I want to hear about your craziest FPV stories. So whether it be a cool location that you flew, we can see Bedham's in there as well. Whether I want to know, and we're going to try and find this in a civil way. So if you want to jump in there, I'm going to have to pick one of these people to come on the stream if I can get a mod to vet them first, find out what their story is. And yeah, it doesn't have to be too crazy. It could be the craziest build you've got, could be the craziest location you fly, it could be your ultimate day of what it was like flying around FPV. Just if you've got a bit of a story, something crazy about FPV, please jump in there. We'll get you on the show in just a little bit. My main face cam right here. Now, this is something that I want to. Thanks very much, Russ. I can see Russ is in there. If those guys just give Russ what their story is, try to make it. You've got 2 minutes to Russ to explain your story. Not too much detail for the old man because look, his brain is very, very full and very, very mushy. So we don't want to overload him too much right there. So there we go. If you've got some stories, talk to Russ about it. I'm sure you can unmute yourself and figure that out, guys. Thank you very much. Speaking of that, we've got B3T. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that, but I'm trying my best. He says, hi, I'm wondering if I should choose the EV 100Ds or the 800 DMs as beginner goggles, and can you link a great beginner charger? Stop. Bottom. Do not buy a we could do this live here. Let's do it. I'm going to interrupt him. Right? No. Do I dare? Here. I'm gonna. Do you guys? Should I pull him on the stream and say, "What are you doing? Why do you want to buy that?" I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if he's going to be listening. Should I just drag him out of chat and interrupt him and ask him? I can ask him now live for you guys why he wants to do that. Let's do it. I'm going to jump in here. Watch this. We're going to also. We might check out Snowy in a little bit, but I want to see what. Let's do this. Drag this in here. Test, Bottom. I've just dragged you out. You're probably telling Russ some super good story. Oh, he's gone back. Hey, stop dragging him. Whoever is dragging him out, that must have been Russ.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, my friend? You're live on the FPV Mix. Thank you very much for your donation. It's nice to be able to say that live back to you.
You're welcome.
Why do you want?
This is the biggest. Ooh, yeah. What?
You feeling excited? I hope
yes.
so, man. Welcome. Thanks for checking out the stream. I want to know, you thinking about getting the Evesheen 100Ds or the 800 DMs, yeah?
Yes.
Why are you thinking about getting those? It's Evesheen 100Ds are very, very old. They're about 4 years old now. I don't recommend them. And what is it about the 800 DMs that makes them seem attractive to you? So when I can know why you want to get them, we might be able to help you get something better. Hey, Russ, I'm just helping out Bottom. That's all, brother. So I'm just helping him out here.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna drag you back to Snowy's thing, and then I can. Yeah, oh, look at that. He's already done it himself. All right. So what made you want to get the EV 800Ds there, Bottom?
Since I'm a beginner, I have a little budget.
Yep.
So and the EV 800 DM is really cheap.
Okay.
And since they're really new, and you tested them because I watch you a lot.
Yep.
So But if you have any other I can use, so
I
just
think in that video though, the thing is, if we watch it, I didn't really recommend it towards the end of that video.
No,
So
I
yeah,
saw.
I was kind of on the fence there. So I think if we go back here, what I'm going to do is if I go to uavfutures.com, and some people have watched this stream might have finished this as well, jump on new screen share. And for everybody, I'm not too sure if you can see this or not, but we have, let's see, scroll. The Hawkeye little pilot goggles. So I'm going to post these in the chat for everybody as well. There is a link to this going up. And these goggles right here, the Hawkeye pilot little VR goggles, there's a great little write-up about them, but we tested them out. I got these. I thought they were going to be a joke. Turns out they are the best cheap goggles on the market. They are amazing. You don't get eye strain. You can wear glasses with them. If you're a beginner, you can still have some peripheral vision, so it doesn't seem quite as daunting or anxiety-inducing or stressful when you're flying around. They've got a great picture. We've got decent range. Is there any reason why you don't want these ones besides they look a little bit ridiculous?
No, not the reason. If you recommend them, you should check them out.
Yeah, so I posted that link in the chat as well. It's also at uavfutures.com/reviews/Hawkeye little pilot goggles. So that's in the chat. And if you want to Google best cheap goggles on the market, I absolutely recommend those, my friend. Hello?
Yeah, that sounds really nice. Yeah, that sounds really nice.
Terrific. All right, I won't keep you too long, but what have you got on for the rest of the day? Any FPV news coming up this weekend? Going to do anything fun? Building? What's your
No,
plans?
I live in Norway,
Okay.
so the clock is 3 a.m.
It's 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yes, so I should probably go to bed soon.
Yes, that's it. You should be. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Dream of FPV drones. I want to say let's get some love as well. For how do I pronounce your name?
Betum.
Betum. Let's get some love for Betum. Let's give him some thumbs up or say thanks for jumping on the stream. Thanks for being like a bit of a live viewer as well. You're the first person I've ever had on here. Just thought I dragged you in.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
It is absolutely my pleasure, my friend. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drag you up into the other chat. You can have a chat to them, and I will catch you later, my friend.
Yeah, goodbye.
Nice. All right, catch you, brother. All right. So there we go. That was pretty bizarre right there to do a unexpected live call. I thought that was pretty good. Some people saying thanks. Other people clapping like that in the chat as well. Coming up soon, I'm going to be finding, hopefully I haven't thrown Russ under the bus here. A lot of people are going to be telling him some crazy FPV stories. You can see that's in there. The poor man's going to have to pick one. But we are going to be doing a giveaway in just a little bit. This is the UAV Futures Jackpot giveaway. What we have, I've got it all over here. So we've got 134 people watching streaming for 52 minutes, 86 thumbs up. We've got our jumper T16 radio. That's the one I've been using. We've got a bunch of different drones. We've got a here we go, a Sector, a Kados Machine Works Bind and Fly. We've got a Mob 6 HD. We have a tiny little M6 charger as well, a pair of goggles, a receiver, a SIM key. And then I was like, you know what, let's give away something a bit random today. Today in the FPV mix, like it just keeps growing. You've got half an hour to email. That's, so you could, oh, I'm worried people are going to clip that. It just keeps growing. Too many innuendos. But what we're going to be looking at today as well, I'm going to throw this. You know what? I've got a bunch of some tiny little motors here. So I'm going to be throwing in 4 little motors as well. So they're 1103Bs, 10,000 kV. So if you're into making your own little tiny drone, maybe it could just be a project you're going to work on. I'm not too sure. Well, that's going to be thrown in this as well. Random Family Man says, oh, Stu, you make this too easy for me. Absolutely. Chaos is saying that's clipped. 2008 likable. How do we enter the giveaway? The details are in the description down below. You can definitely go and check those out. And you can follow. All you got to do is put your email in with your name as well. So I'm going to be drawing that towards the end of the stream. 2008 it says, I have a question. What do I think about? Oh no, I have a question. All right. Well, it's probably better rather than typing I have a question if you just say what your question is. OmniDroid, it says, what do I think of the BQA Bandalore 5? And I like the name. Let's do that together. Okie dokie. Here we go. It is out of stock at bqa.io, but we can check it out. And let's see. Crazy that it was Bedham's. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. He's sitting there watching my stream. I bet you when he didn't click on, he didn't think, yeah, I know what I want to do. I'm going to broadcast myself to 130 people live listening. I love the internet. It's very, very good for that. Here we go. New screen share. The BQE Bandalore 5-inch. It's a slammed frame. It looks like plenty of room for some crazy angle on the front as well. It looks robust. Yeah, all in all, you know, I don't know what. It's got some nice big prongs for some extra motor protection right there. I probably would have liked an extra spike out this side as well if we're going for some extreme protection. What do we got? Looks like we got some TPU mounts. Yeah, I don't know. Looks cool. BQE just reminds me of bot grinder all the time. Just yeah, cool stuff. I like this frame. That would excel in the abandoned factories and concrete wastelands. It needed to be beefy, super low center of gravity. It wanted to have replaceable arms that were easy to change in midfield and didn't interfere with the electronics. A workhorse capable of handling the roughest treatment. So yeah, I don't know, pretty cool drone. I think if you're flying that around, you're gonna be having a lot of fun. Oh, I did just see the price. Hang on, new screen share. We have $99. So now, thinking of that, that's where for me, like it's a great looking drone, but I didn't see the price. $99. I guess if you really are hardcore into bandos, well then, you know, it's something you might want to weigh up. It's going to be definitely a premium drone. It does look cool. You've also got things like the Armatons, I think, which is a very similar price, and they come with a lifetime warranty. And some of those are made out of titanium. So all in all, the price is probably the part I don't like. If it was like a $50 frame, I think that would be cool. But other than that, I'm not too sure. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to jump back to my main face cam. I think I left myself in Discord. I did. Russ looks like he might have chosen somebody to tell us a story. So this is a crazy FPV story. I don't know how this segment's going to go. We just started it up today, but let's do it, guys. Let's find out if I undeafen myself. Hey, Russell Puzzle, you're live on the internet as well. Russ, my friend, have you chosen, is Snowy going to be our crazy FPV story?
Yeah, I got him, and then I have another guy if you want him too.
Nah, we'll just pick one. We'll pick one and see how it goes. Nothing but the best on UAV Futures, the FPV mix. Thanks very much, Russ. All right, Snowy D, you're muted.
Oh, no problem.
You're muted, my friend. Let me know let's give me the let's do some little radio tips. Let's do the short and fast and hard. God, I shouldn't say things like that. The short version without too many details for the people. If you had 2 minutes to tell us your craziest FPV story, what is it going to be?
Well, it happened a few days ago. I think I already told you, but not to the other people. Because
all right, let's tell me.
So, remember what I told you about the battery?
What you need, just avoid anything that you've told me before. I want you to tell the people who are listening.
Okay, if everyone knows, I'm building a tiny trainer, and I got some 550 milliamp hour batteries from CNHL. Is it China Lobby?
China Hobby Line. Yep.
China Hobby Line. So
yep.
Really cheap price, like $6, something ridiculously good.
All right, we got some cheap batteries. China Hobby Line. Then what happened? We're building a tiny trainer.
So I'm just charging, and I go to the last battery to charge it, and it says low voltage. I'm like, that's weird. I put the battery thing, you put on the balancer and check the voltage. Doesn't turn on. I'm like, okay, weird. The multimeter is absolutely 0 volts. I'm like, how the heck does the battery come with 0 volts? So then I go into charging each cell individually using the very dangerous and old technique of putting it in nickel metal setting and just charging it individually.
All right.
All of a sudden, my charger just turns off. And I smell something very different. And when I look over, there's a nice gaping hole in the battery.
So you're telling me you got a battery from China Hobby Line. It didn't work. You decided to charge it one cell at a time with nickel metal hydride, and you burnt. It had a hole in it, or it was on fire. Is that what you're telling me?
Pretty much.
Okay, no worries. There we go. So that's our first little crazy story from Carlos D or Snowy 50. I want to say Carlos D FPV. It sort of rolls off the tongue right there. No worries. Thanks very much, Carlos D. I'm going to get back on with the stream, but thanks for that little bit of a live call-in. That is fun. So I hope you have a good rest of the evening, my friend.
You too. Take care, Stu.
No worries. Take it easy, brother. All right, let's do it. Back here. So there we go. Some crazy, unexpected calls. 2008 Likeable says, at UAV Futures, can you win a drone? I guess I could win a drone if I entered some competitions. Rotary Dingo says, I want to build a tiny trainer for real. Chaos FPV says, what is my favorite FPV simulator? So I have a couple installed on my machine, but probably my favorite one would have to be DCL. Why? Because it is the most fun. Is it the most realistic? No. Is it going to give you the most customizable options in terms of setting up beta flight and all that sort of stuff? No. Does it work with my radio? Yep. Is it a lot of fun to fly? Yep. I'm getting some hiccups here. Does the track look the best and have the most exciting tracks? Yeah. So I think Chaos FPV, if you are going to get one, DCL is one of the best sims you can get. It gets you up in the air, and most importantly, and this is a huge underrated factor, it is fun. It has low load times. It's very quick, like to hit the restart button, because once you crash, it's hit restart, it flashes you straight back there. And the tracks look absolutely gorgeous. So that is probably my favorite part. If you're going to get into hobby, if you're going to be doing FPV simming, please get one that you can put the more time into, and I think that's for me what DCL is all about as well. And I think they've got it's even got avenues where if you perform really, really well in DCL, you can get to like some proper real DCL races and all that sort of stuff. Sky One Production, speaking of sims, wants to know, do you use your goggles when you're flying the sim? No, I do not. Why? Because I think I would probably get a small amount of motion sickness if I was in the sim for as long as I fly. So most of the time when I'm flying around with my goggles, I've only got them down for 2-3 minutes. You take them off, 5 minutes, you put your next pack on, you go for a flight. That's in real life. When it comes to the sim, when you're flying around and you're wearing them for 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes at a time, I think that's when you might start to get motion sickness. The only time I ever really got motion sickness was when I was wearing the goggles, and I didn't have a way to get HDMI into my goggles at the time because I was wearing these, and we'll talk about these in a little bit as well. And so what I did, I pointed my drone at my camera screen, and that was how I went flying. So that made me feel a little bit sick when I did that. All right. Rick Mono is saying, hello, Stu. Sky One, this one's from Mad Fisher. He's saying, no, I play the sim on my 65-inch TV. Pat Nolan, and he says, at UAV Futures, any chance you have any pull with the guys at OpenTX? I need some 2.4 love on my Nirvana. Yeah, I absolutely agree. That was one of the biggest disappointments for me, was the Nirvana. So in about 2018, I think that was when that was made, the Nirvana was going to be an incredible radio. I liked how it felt. I think it had great potential when it came out. A really, really cool radio. However, it just didn't get the software support that it needed. All the things that it promised to come along just kind of disappeared and turned into vaporware. So that was no good. What I want to show you right now. So when I was trying to find, I was like, yeah, let's give something a bit random away. This isn't for giveaway, this part. This is just something that I thought I could speak about. Right here, I have this is what I started flying on. These are my very first Fat Shark FPV goggles. I did so many little FPV flights with these bad boys. If you have a look, you used to be able to buy the custom frame, the custom faceplates for them by themselves, and I put it on here. It wasn't made for this pair of goggles. The fan actually doesn't work. So the fan is not made. The fan doesn't. Where does that go to? Actually, no, maybe it did come with the fan from memory. We'll put these in here, and I've colored them in so you couldn't tell that there's actually all this double-sided tape in here. These bad boy goggles, they got 8 channels. You could only have 8 Fat Shark channels. There's heaps of light leakage. When I first got them, you could only, they had like big rubber eye caps you'd have to put over your eyes. It was, I don't know, wasn't as nearly as nice as it is today, but in saying all that, just a lot of love for this pair of goggles. I was thinking about them today. Like, this started my FPV journey. This is the Fat Shark Attitude V2s. I don't know if I ever did a video about them or not. Still using the same barrel plug, but a simple goggle that has some nice IPD adjustments. Actually, they feel better, tactile. They have a better little click as you can move them through their motion. But what did you guys start? Other people saying, yeah, it is the Fat Shark Attitude V2s. Let's have a look here. We have Snoffy is saying, is the FrSky Tyrannus X9 worth it for beginners as me? No, you should be getting, if you want to get a radio, this is my recommendation on the radio for beginners to get. And say it with me, boys and girls. What do you think the best radio to get is going to be? I would be choosing this one. So if I go to uavfutures.com, go to my new screen share, this bad boy here, the beautiful Radio Master T16S. This is a kind of an upgrade from the jumper. I think a little bit different. It's also a little bit cheaper as well. Just all in all, a really, really good radio. If you want to read a write-up, I'll post this in the description as well at uavfutures.com. Some people saying the X-Lite. Other people saying the TX16S. One person saying the QX7. And Silver is also saying the Tango 2. So if you want to spend a little bit more money, and one problem is I doubt these are going to be in stock. So you'll probably never be able to find this in stock for a little bit. The Tango 2, this is my radio of choice. This is my favorite radio to fly to date. If I had to go out to the field and choose one radio to use, it is this bad boy. However, good luck trying to find that in stock. And it is limited to Crossfire as well. So unless you want to jump into the Crossfire ecosystem, well, you might be a little bit out of luck when it comes to how much stock is in the world. We can see Celis is tuning in. He's saying, sup guys, oh look at this, we're at 99 likes. Let's do it, let's push it up. We've got 143 people watching, which means there is about 40 of you slackers who haven't hit that thumbs up button. If that is you, yeah, wait, is Stu talking to me? Yes, I am talking to you. It does help out a lot. You know what? What's the least I could do? I could hit that thumbs up button. All right, let's do it. Or you can punch yourself in the neck. Let's do it. It's climbing. It's jumped up. 1-5, 110. It's going. Yes, I'm talking to you. We've got 150 watching, 113. Don't be that slacker who's sitting there who's thinking, nah, I can't be bothered to do that. Help us out. Help our FPV brother out. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Bedham is saying, can you recommend a budget charger? Let's see. I'm going to have to find it. I'm going to have to get back to you on that because I have used a few toolkits in the past, like the M6s, but I know they're not for everybody. They're kind of on, they really are in the budget range though. And you should also be going to bed, my friend. It's 3 a.m. wherever you called in from. And let's see, Sky One Productions. All goggles I've bought have been due to reviews. I'm on my 7th pair. Ended up with the HDO2's Rapid Fire. What's your best antenna setup for this link? Wow, that's crazy. On the HDO2s, that was one pair of goggles. That's from Sky One Productions. That was one pair of goggles that I wasn't really a big fan of. But I would say a pair of antennas. We have, look at this. This is why this is the world's greatest drone website. Able to answer all these questions. Which antennas for FPV? And we're going to jump here to new screen share. My pinball machine is making noise in the background there. It scared me a little bit. So what I really recommend is get one of these triple feed patches. And they've even got a little mini combo that comes out together as well. So you can get some long range and also a standard pagoda antenna. So you can get some good 360 degree 360 degree coverage. And if you scroll down the bottom, we actually tested out this triple feed patch. So I really like it. And I think Trevor and myself, we both did some long range with it, and it's crazy. It's an open source design. I think they're about $13 or something, but this one you kind of get two of them. So you get two antennas, one for your diversity setups. You've got a standard pagoda plus a long range patch. Jumping back here, main face cam. Charlie's hanging out down below. We're up to $112.06. Chris Croft says at UAV Futures phaser in Australia. Just got some Tango 2s in yesterday. There we go. So that's pretty cool for phaser if you're in Oz watching this. Let's see. Chris Croft is also. I thought the Rapid Fire 2 preferred to Omnis. I don't know about doing that with a long range though. I guess it kind of depends which type of flying that you're going to be doing. I don't think you can beat long range flying if you're going to be having you definitely want a patch antenna of some sort or a helical if you can. We've got Monkey FPV. He's saying two Omnis. He's saying two Omnis work rate in Rapid Fire. Put a patch in if you're doing long range. And Jeff Kelly is saying, be sure to use an SMA dummy load on your spare SMA on the triple feed. And Junk Loco 619, if I change all my antennas on my DJI setup to right hand, will I be good? Well, yeah. If you change them all to right hand and you change your drone antenna to right hand, yes. But you can't just change it to right hand and leave a left hand polarized antenna on your drones. And Mad Fisher says 7 pairs of goggles. Jesus, that's a lot of dollar signs. And Adam Shatch, thanks for tuning in. He's saying the Tiny Hawk has given me nothing but issues with killing all-in-one boards. I switched them to Module 6 and it's worked and given me no issues. So there's a nice little bit of interesting feedback. Did you keep replacing the board or what was the deal? I have probably purchased myself 10 maybe 15 Tiny Hawks. That's not review copies, like I've got them myself, I've bought them myself, and I haven't had a single issue with ever having a Tiny Hawk explode or have any issues whatsoever. The camera's come loose quite a few times. People have plugged them in backwards in the wrong way and some things have shorted out that way, but that's no good. But it's good to see you switched to your Mob 6 and worked as well. I love the Mob 6. That is probably my favorite indoor flyer. It's not quite as robust as the Tiny Hawk, but definitely some nice. Jack Hanger Man is just saying giveaway, so I don't know, maybe Jack says he's going to give some stuff away to you guys. That would be very nice of him. Thanks very much, Jack. And OmniDroid says he gets them for free. So who's getting those goggles for free? And Archie Young, am I going to do a 2020 budget build? Maybe. 2020 is kind of coming to an end. I don't know. Is that something? We get a lot of questions about it. It's got to be something special, though, so I'm not 100% sure. And Junk is saying, Stu, will you go full digital only? Now, this comes up quite a bit. For me, like I'm a reviewer. I test all these products out for you guys out there, and digital FPV is definitely a huge part of the industry. A lot of people like digital products, but that doesn't mean I still don't want to fly around on analog. Like the last week I was out with, last Sunday, I was out flying around with Trev. We were testing out some antennas. You might have seen that video if it was up yesterday. We had a new set of goggles to test out as well, and they were analog, so it really depends on pretty much what gear I have to fly around. I don't get as much free time for flying that is just me flying for fun. Most of the time when I go out flying, it is going to be for work, it's going to be for filming, it's going to be for reviewing, and if it does come down to it, we've got some spare daylight, some spare batteries, then yeah, I probably would jump over, fly around digital, because for me, I don't do crazy racing, I don't do insane bando freestyle, I don't need crazy consistency in any of the latency or anything like that. I just enjoy flying around, and for me, it's all about being free, like a bird, having fun, and that's where I like that HD footage being streamed back to my eyeballs. All right. People saying, Gummy FPV says, love the Mob 6, change the frame out to a pink Beta 65 frame, and he loves it. Got a whole heap of people in the chat as well. We're up to 130 likes. We've been streaming for 71 minutes on the FPV mix, and we are up to 166 people watching. If you ever want to know too what I'm going to do, if you would ever like to see what is coming up, sometimes you get some little sneak peeks on the channel. I am going to put this on the screen. So this is Instagram at UAV Futures, and we might be able to check out some little hashtags as well in a little bit. But we have right here, if I open up this, is this going to be able to see this on the screen? So there we go. So if I go to UAV Futures on Instagram, it's going to be a little bit tricky on my phone. On my computer, new screen share. So this bad boy right here, I can't wait to be doing this video. We're going to be testing this out a little bit more soon. This is the Korea Rhea Talon. And if you haven't seen this, I think it's the Talon anyway. This thing is like just next level cool. It's like injection molded, super tough. I'm going to be doing a very, very cool video about this right here. So definitely go check that out. That is UAV Futures at Instagram. And maybe if you want to do some Instagram posts, I was thinking about this, we could do this a bit of a segment as well. You can like hashtag me at UAV Futures or something. I don't actually know how Instagram works. I need to look into it a bit more. But maybe we can see some pictures of your builds and all that sort of stuff as well. All right. Let's do it. What I need to do is actually something about the Tango 2. Love the Tango 2, but the gimbals are so stiff. So you might be able to loosen them up there, Mr. Ratty. And we just had a Rotor Man, Dan, with thank you very much for your super chat. He and of $4.20. He says, have a beer on me, mate. So there we go. What about a cup of tea? Do you want a cup? Should I get a cup of tea or something like that as well? And Sky One Productions says, how big is that? I don't know what you're talking about there, Sky One Productions. And Chuck Saul says, could Joshua Bardwell be from another planet? I don't think so. I'm a big fan of Josh. I think he does some great stuff for the hobby. He's a nice guy as well and seems pretty chill. So I've spoken to him a few times, just all in all. Yeah, I wish him nothing but the best, and I think he does some great stuff for us. Broke Mechanic FPV says, just got off work. Sorry, man. I try to tune in when I can. I have an old school Talon, so the Talons are absolutely gorgeous. And what I need to do I'm actually busting to go to the loo, so I'm going to quickly run a loo in 60 seconds. I will be back. I'm going to put on this video that I sure triggered so many people yesterday. If I go here, check this out, because I didn't record the DVR. Yes, I know, blah, 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 blah. Where's my videos? If we open up this, some people are going to be getting very upset because it was like a special antenna array. Is this going to load, or what's happening here? Let's see. All right, I will be back
with G'day, Stu!
in the next 30 seconds. I just need to quickly run to the loo. Nothing but the most professional stuff right here. Charlie's chilling down there. You guys can watch this. I'll be back in 60
From
seconds.
UAV Futures here, and today, well, a bit of a different video. Why? Nostalgia. We are out at the first place I ever learned to fly. We're going to be talking about these new goggle antennas from Immersion RC. You can see them. I've got them strapped onto the front of my HDOs, but I can't believe how far we've come, but we've come full circle, because this right here, this is where I learned to fly. And also, if we look behind the camera, we've got a GT himself as well. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go for a flight with these. We're going to talk about it, and I can't show you the DVR. Stuart, I can hear you saying, that's not a very good reviewer. Well, you can just, you know, punch yourself in the neck, because my Fat Shark HDO2 goggle DVR never worked. That's what these are designed for. You can see they've got like a little twisty part on the top. These antennas are made for these goggles, but they I can't show you DVR because my DVR was broken from the get-go. As soon as they open these goggles, they never work. So I'm just going to be flying around, giving you my impressions, and we'll also be asking Grumpy Trev some questions as well. So Grumpy Trev, what do you think about this spot? Before we go for our little flight, let's get you out of the sun right here. This is probably going to look a bit better. Oh no, it's worse. I can see your face.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about this spot where we're flying today?
Well, this is a spot where I had the unfortunate. Oh no, that's not right, is it?
No.
No, that's where we actually first met, isn't it?
Yes, very romantic.
We had our first date here.
Yes.
And it's a great place to fly. There's only a few. If you're afraid of trees and it's a great place to fly because there's no trees to hit, except those ones on the side, but we'd never hit those.
And this is what we recommend too. If you're going to learn somewhere, go fly.
All right, we're back.
Like this,
Minute 40.
There's nothing to break. There is no people.
Thank you very much for that content there, Stuart. We're getting, we just got one extra view. Woohoo! Let's go here. Main face cam with the dog. Let's see. I did pause the chat. Let's see what happened here. Man, we've got a few people in here as well. Grumpy FPV says a great starter radio. And we got Arnold KO is saying hello from Manila. Oh, hello from Manila. Jeff Kelly said, made the move from X-Lite to a full-size X9D. Special edition about 2 months ago. Found it on eBay for $275. I wish I never got the X-Lite now. I guess it depends what type of style that you like. Some people will prefer that larger radio, especially pinches. For me, I preferred the X-Lite. Even though I had a couple of the special editions, I really like those smaller gimbals, the Xbox style. And let's see, Monkey says, I'm listening while putting the F40 Pro motors on my old Rooster. Man, them some sweet motors, but getting really expensive nowadays. Yeah, T-Motor has always been up there with very, very costly motors. And Alessandro Ratty says, iFlight Zing E motors or the Emax Ecos. I'm going to say the Zings in that case. They're about similar price. So, yeah, I think you'll be better off suited to those. But there's nothing wrong with the Ecos. If you're flying around with a set of Ecos at home, you're still going to be having a great time. Scrolling down, Doom FPV says, what motor for a 3-inch and 4S and long-lasting flight times? I think they are 1407s. We're going to have a Google. It is whatever is on the original XJB. They had some beautiful motors there that I think they got right. Let's have a look. We can do this together. We're going to be doing a giveaway in just a little bit as well. If I click on this, thank you very much. Super Deluxe is $4.20 as well. Let's see what he's saying here. He says the FPV army grows stronger. Thank you very much for that donation. It's the same. That's 2 in a row. Rotorman Dan gave me $4.20 as well. And that's from Super Deluxe as well for his $4.20. All right. Thank you very much there. That's a strange number to be posting on the screen. A couple of times. These motors are what we're talking about. 1407, 3600 kV. Are they the mini flames? I think they might be. New screen share. If you are after a motor that is going to be, I think these ones, these are your choice. It's a 3-inch motor. It's got some good pop. It runs for a long time. They're the 1407. These ones, here we go. Oh, we can just jump straight to it. These bad boys. This is the motors I would recommend. A little bit old. Yeah, they're not the most insane, but, you know, you're not going to get, it's still going to be very, very quick. It's just they're more efficient than some of the other motors out there. What is this picture? All right, so we've got, looks like a lot of motors there. I really like these. Does that change? I'm getting way too distracted on my own stream. Stuart, concentrate. What are the viewers doing? Yeah, go check these motors out. I'll put a little link in the description, actually, or not the description. I'll put a little link here. If you want to check that sort of stuff out. And Corey Man0 says, hey, you have futures from Canada. Looks like we got a couple of people tuning in around there. What is the time in Canada? It is currently 11:20 a.m. now. We've been streaming for 79 minutes, 169 people watching. We've got 142 thumbs up, and in just a little bit, we're going to be going to the UAV Futures Jackpot, and hopefully we're going to have a winner today. We can send out probably one of the coolest prizes that there is. And Broke Mechanic says, y'all make me want to get some stuff. And then Rotorman says, where the heck is Bot Grinder? But he, instead of heck, said another word. And Alex Graham, he's in the chat as well. And Omnidroid says, Stu doesn't know what 420 is, bros. So I don't know. We just did have some donations of 420. And Nick Sebring says, I have these Zing motors, and he absolutely loves them. So we go, talking about the Eco motors versus those. Yeah, I think the Zing motors would be pretty cool as well. They've got some budget versions. Carlos D says, what is a good battery for 1105 2S? I don't know, 500. That's a bit tricky, actually. I'm not too sure. And Alex Ratty is saying but the Zing E's are also fragile. So there we go. That is something to think about. I guess when it's so cheap, I prefer to have a value motor that is a little bit cheaper rather than one that's going to last a little bit longer. Because I think for me and my flying, even on really expensive motors, sometimes it can just take one crash and then they're out of the air. All right. And Kiz is saying, I think I'll hang up my King Kong race gates this weekend. So that might be something to do. I was testing out some new race gates as well. You might have seen that in the last week's stream. What is in the studio? Where we went through, spoke about some new stuff. That's going to be coming up tomorrow. And let's see, it is 3 a.m. in Sweden, and he's dying. That's from Snuffy. I hope you're feeling a little bit better there, brother. And let's see, a lot of people talking about smoking for some reason in the chat. And Raven says 420 is pie in Australia. Oh yeah, for the 420 pie brand. That is right. We do have a brand of pie. And let's see, we've got some other people talking about some Mamba motors. And what do I think about the Zelo JB edition as a good 5-inch to start with? Let's have a Google, find out what this is going to be. And okay, let's see, is it a whole kit or something? Let's see if we can find a rotor builds. Where do you get it from? I'm scrolling. I don't know. I guess so. I think if it depends how much it costs. Can someone tell me how much it costs? And then we can find something out with as well. And it is 9:30 in the east coast of USA. And Chris Croft is saying almost 90% of the people won't notice the difference between $20 and a $50 motor. So I think they'll notice the difference between that price, but they're not going to notice the price difference. So if you gave them, they might think, oh, it feels like another $2-3 extra of percent, or that's how it feels in the air. I really, really agree there. And I think it is a absolute trap when people buy brand name stuff thinking that they're going to get like, and I'm talking brands where it is just super expensive because it's got somebody's name, or it's just, just not where it's at for me. It is much better suited, especially if you're a beginner, to get the value stuff. Don't think that you need to jump in and get the best of the best, because you're just ripping yourself off. And I don't know, well, there must be sort of some technical term, some psychological term here where people are coming into the hobby and they think, oh, I've got to get that. I've got to get this $200 frame. I don't want to get a bad motor. I don't want to get a bad frame. I've got to get a good one. I want to enjoy the hobby. You are going to enjoy the hobby. Even with the cheapest of the cheap stuff, you're still going to have an amazing time. That's not what I recommend to get. I recommend get the value stuff. So things like for goggles, if you get the Sky Zones, or if things for your radio, get the Radio Master TX16 and the frame. You know, a Source 1, which is a beautiful, beautiful frame, and it's like, what, 25 bucks? Let's have a look here. Don't be that person who's got all the gear and no idea. Here we go, the Source 1. Let's see, can I get a little link to that somewhere? TVS Source 1 frame. This, do I want to leave YouTube? What's happening? Yeah. Let's just go straight to TBS then. Wow, that's a strange little click. All right, TBS homepage. I should say Team Black Sheep. That's where I want to go to. TeamBlackSheep.com. Great company. And let's have a look at the shop, and we'll search this up. There we go. This frame. Check this out. This is why people spend way too much money on products when they don't need to. So if I go here, look at this. How much is this? Oh, what's that? $26. If you put all the components together and someone's charging you like $200, $300, I'm sorry, for me, for a beginner, that's not where it's at. So yeah, absolutely crisscross. I think people can get ripped off in this hobby. And that's part of my job, to review some of these value things and say, hey, you can still have this much fun with these products. Yeah, you might not be getting the most insane performance, or I don't even know what some of the arguments people make up for how they spend their money. But yeah, I think you don't think you need to get the best of the best. That's what I'm trying to tell somebody. If you are new in the hobby, just get some value stuff. You are still going to have an absolute incredible time. And quite frankly, you don't have the skills to appreciate a $50 motor, and you're not going to notice the difference. BMS Thomas, who is coming up on tomorrow's stream, make sure you don't miss that. One of the world's fastest pilots. Can he say, I'll recommend a $50 motor? Yeah. Why? Because he needs that $50 motor to get to the performance, to get the podium. So yeah, unless you're an expert or a pro, I'm going to say just get the value stuff. Plus, it's cheaper. Rotoman Dan says, too much coin for a steel quad. The steel quad is, I think it's about $900 to get one of those. See, that's an example of, unless you want to support him and you're buying it for his brand because you like steel. Don't buy that thinking that's $900 worth of performance. That's $900 for a quad, plus supporting somebody that you think makes good content, and you just want to have something that might be a little bit nostalgic, or it might mean some personal connection, or it might mean something special for you. So yeah, that's what you got to look at when you're buying some of those things. All right, let's do it. FPV Monkey FPV says it's the diminishing return things. Once you get something really good, you have to spend a couple of bucks just to eke a little bit more performance. Yeah, once the value stuff, you're going to get about 80% of the way. If you want any more performance, if you want to get up to the 90% of performance, you're probably going to have to spend twice as much. All right, I'm moving on. Johnny DRC is saying, don't do a Ken Heron. I don't know what that means, but Ken Heron's been doing some really cool live streams, I think, for a long time as well. And bigger is better for old people like me. Just get a cruise around, have some fun. That's from Rotoman Dan as well. Let's do it. And man, I scrolled down. There's heaps and heaps of comments, actually. And let's see, which ones do I want to read out here? Omni Droid says he just dropped 600 on his first build, so that's going to be definitely some primo stuff there. Don't buy anything, and this is a great bit of advice from Roland B. Don't buy anything you don't want to break. That is another reason why if you get some of the cheaper stuff, it's not going to be quite so bad. So, you know, the Source 1 frame, it might break. It's very, very reliable. It can take a beating. If you get this and it breaks, how much better are you going to feel than if you broke a $100 or $200 frame, unless it's got a warranty or something. So yeah, always remember, whatever you're flying around on your quad, don't get too attached, because it is going to break, it is going to get dirty, it is going to stop working. You are going to have to replace it. Don't get something thinking it's going to last forever. These things are designed to be thrashed around. Don't fly it like a pansy. Push it to its limits, but expect it. It's going to take a beating, and you know what? Some things might break. All right, let's do it. We've been streaming for 88 minutes. Let's do a bit of a giveaway. But first, I'm going to just this one quick one from Hillscraper FPV says, once you have a beginner set, what would you upgrade first? What's the thing that makes the most difference in upgrading? So what I recommend is you need to, where did I just scroll to? Man, there's heaps of comments in here. All right, what I would recommend upgrading first, make sure you get a good radio and a good goggle to start with. And then after that, what you can do is you would probably upgrade your FPV camera. So you can get a nice FPV camera as well. We've just got a zombie squash with a donation of $42. That is was that 42 bucks? That just, what's happening here? And Rotoman Dan for this $4.20. But I can't, thank you very much. He says, do you know Jim Jeffries? Why does this come up all the time? Stu's lookalikes, my doppelgangers out there. All right, what's happening? It's another $4.20. So thank you very much there, Super Deluxe. I swear, we just had a crazy donation come up the screen. Here we go. Zombie Squash. Thank you very much. He said, with his $42 donation, he says, awesome. You're awesome, Stu. Learn what 420 means. All right, I'll do a bit of Googling after the stream. I'll find out what everybody is talking about right there. So thank you very much for that donation, brother. What we're going to do, we're going to jump down here. Man, I can't believe, check this out. When we started this, we are definitely heating up here. We're on the upward curve. This is to our final PC goal, guys. Once we get up here, we get a new streaming platform, a PC that's going to not crash, not melt, and also it means we're going to get some 4K content for you guys as well. So thank you to everybody who's helped me along the way. All right, $42. That is absolutely insane. Let's give Charlie a little bit of a snack as well. Rotoman Dan with his super chat of $4.20 coming through. All right, thank you very much, Rotoman Dan. Here you go, Charlie. This one is from Zombie Squash. Here you go. Oh, that's quite, delicious. Sure, thanks, guys. Thank you very much. I kind of didn't expect, actually, that we would be up this high already. It's kind of, I don't know, a little bit, it's crazy. So yeah, just thank you for your kind support, people. I love to make this content for you guys. I love to get people flying, sharing this life-changing hobby of FPV with others out there. And with this, we're going to be putting it to a new PC that will be making better content, getting more people flying. So we will be changing people's lives. So thank you very much, gentlemen. All right, let's do it. Let's do a bit of a giveaway here. You guys were totally distracting me from that. And Kiz is saying, ask Bot Grinder. He could probably help you on what that means. All right, so we're gonna move on right here. We're getting a lot of references in the chat about some certain things. Let's do it. Like an FPV's just tuned in as well. Thanks very much. We've got 178 people watching. We've been streaming for 91 minutes and we're at 155 likes. Should we play that game where we've got to get more likes than viewers? That means we've got to get 20 likes to get past here. So if that is you, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button, let's do it before we pull the giveaway. I'm going to get it up on the screen, and then stay tuned too, because we also have a joke with Stu. Jokes with Stu, where I'll tell you a joke each start of the stream as well. This time each week. Let's do it. Go to my Google Drive here. Get people's email addresses. We're up to 162 people with some thumbs up. That means 163. Oh, it's climbing. It's climbing. If that hasn't you, we're going to be doing a giveaway in just a little bit once these likes overtake the people watching. So you can either, if you're not interested in the giveaway, you can click away from the stream, or you can hit that thumbs up button. And today it is an absolute massive jackpot giveaway. It has been growing. It is very large. Sounds inappropriate. That's right. We've got the Jumper T16. We've got 3 Biden Fly Quads, a pair of goggles, a charger. We don't have a power supply yet. That's something we can think of. We have a receiver, a SIM key, and today I threw in just 4 little motors right here. So they're 1102s or something like that. I don't know. You might be able to use them in some little project. So go check that out. All right, we're at 173 to 190, 205 people watching. What is absolutely happening? That's kind of a little bit crazy. If 214 people watching, this is I must be getting voted invaded by a bot or something like that. Welcome to the FPV mix. 228 people watching. Okay, that is a little bit ridiculous. How to enter? There is a little giveaway form down below, and if you want to go check that out, that's where the giveaway form is. We're going to be drawing that in just a tiny bit as well. 254 people watching. Surely this must be a mistake, YouTube. What is happening? Kind of 264. This thing is just exploding. I have no idea where all these viewers are coming from, but welcome to the FPV mix. We're all right, because we've got so many people watching, we're gonna do it. Let's do it with a UAV Futures joke of the week. All right, welcome to my joke of the week. Now this is something that you guys, it's only a short one, but trust me, you're gonna appreciate it. It's a Star Wars joke. So maybe that's be warned, it's going to be very, very nerdy. And we've also got our super chat as well from Super Deluxe. He says 420, let's get Stu and RTX 2080 Ti. So some absolute baller PC stuff right there. 350 people watching. What is happening? See what happens when you hit that thumbs up button? Strange things happen. Thank you very much there, Super Deluxe. What I'm going to do, let's give Charlie a little snack here as well. So thank you very much for your donation. Here you go, Charlie. Oh, yeah, that's good. Come down here. Have some snacks. Oh, yeah, delicious. Absolutely delicious. All right, let's do it. Jump back here. Main face cam. And here is my Star Wars joke. My UAV joke all the way. And thank you very much, Chucker FPV, for your one. He's saying... I've got a scroll here, got lost here. Loving life. I'm glad about that. Hopefully FPV is enhancing it somehow. What did Yoda say when he saw himself? This is my joke. What did Yoda say when he saw himself in 4K? HDMI. Oh, God. Super lame. Good one, Dad. Thanks very much. Let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Was that a appropriate Star Wars joke? I know it was a bit of a short one right there. We got 414 people watching. Welcome to the FPV mix. I was kind of just about to do a giveaway, and I was like, all right, let's do it. But it turns out things are kind of exploding right here. Chucker FPV. Yep, it's all about, thank you very much for your donation as well. It's all about the 420. Some people laughing. Jason saying, lol, that was a good joke. Some Kiz is saying tumbleweeds. Wasn't too sure. And Off Axis FPV says, I'm stealing that joke for sure. There are Carlos D says I get a neck punch. Neck punches as well. And we did have 420 people watching, but now we've got 453 people watching, which is kind of a bit of a record for us. I don't know. I'm sure that some kind gentleman was probably doing a stream and thought, you know what, go check this out. But welcome to the FPV Mix. If you haven't, if you are brand new here to the stream, let me show you. This is what we are all about. So when it comes to FPV, you can see this is the sort of flying. Maybe you've just tuned in here. I'm going to put this on the screen and you will be able to check out some crazy FPV. So let's go here to UAV Futures. And I want to show you what you can expect if you are new to the hobby. Here we go. This one right here, I'm going to click on this and make sure reliable. We don't have any ads playing. Mute my voice. This is the sort of thing that you can expect to do if you are new to this hobby, because I don't know why we have so many people watching, but let's click on this. People still saying epic dad joke. This is the sort of flying that we encourage people to do with their drones, flying, cruising around. If I jump here, and here is also flying around the south of, not the south, the southern kind of parts of Australia. But yeah, FPV racing, check it out. If you haven't seen it before, there's heaps of videos on the channel. FPV can change people's lives, and that's what this entire channel is all about. So definitely, if you are new here, definitely change your life. Do it right now. Google FPV racing. Trust me, I'm sure people can let us know in the chat as well. You will not regret it. Rightio. Space Cake says, I'm the guy who wanted to help you with an auto scan t-shirt. Is there any way I can contact you about this? Yes, I do have that in my email, Space Cake. I do like that name actually, but we will be sending you a reply in just a little bit as well, sometime later this week. Let's do it. As Ace Man is saying, hit that thumbs up button. And Roland B says, who came first, the chicken or the egg? The rooster did. Okay, I'll see what you did there. All right. Auto Scan is in the chat as well. We've got someone called Auto Scan. Now, tomorrow, make sure you don't miss tomorrow's stream because we also have a resident racer here. Not our resident racer, but we have someone who is in Victoria. A great pilot, BMS Webb or BMS Thomas. They're going to be on the stream. We'll be chatting to them, having some fun. Let's do it. We're going to do a giveaway right now. If you haven't, you should have had enough time to put your entries in the form down below. Let's do it. Today on the giveaway, we're going to be drawing it right now. Jumper T16, 3 quads, which is 3 drones, 4-pack of motors, a charger, some goggles, a SIM key, a receiver. All in all, just some crazy stuff. So let's do it and draw the giveaway. Make sure everybody's entries aren't on the screen. Let's open this up. The live stream entries. Here we go. I've heard it's good luck too. If you hit that thumbs up button, let's scroll down here. The form is populating. It says working at the top. Good luck to everybody. Archangel says 666. That's what he thinks it's going to be. Let's find out. If I scroll down, the amount of entries we have is... All right. 2, 4, 10. 24, 10. So random number between 1 and 24, 10. 24, 10. Random number generator. We need a number between 1 and 24, 10. All right, let's get this on the screen. New screen share. Good luck to everybody. Here we go. Who is going to win this prize? The Jackpot giveaway. 3, 2, 1, kablamo. Whoa, 822. So let's do it. Let's go find 822. I'll type that in the comments as well. 822. We're going to go find out who that entry winner is. And you're going to have half an hour to email me. So if I go here, main face cam, you can go through, find that entry. 822. Live stream entries. 822. Here we go. All right. Let's see if I snip this. Eight, 2, 2. And we get this up on the screen as well. Make sure they're the same. 822. 822. Alrighty. Is that all you put in? You've just got one person who put in one name. They didn't put in a last name, it looks like, but that doesn't matter as long as they email me from the same thing. Just checking. Yeah, no last name on this one. Okay, this person, please send me an email. New screen share. Congratulations to this one. All right, 822, 822. If this is you, Lewitt, whatever the rest of this email is, please send me an email to uavfutures@gmail.com. It is 11:41 now, so you have till 12:15, 11:15 my time, to send me that email. All the instructions are in this video as well that you are watching. Congratulations. You have to pay for shipping. If you don't want to pay for shipping or you just don't want the prize, well, then it is going to jackpot, and then we're going to give it away tomorrow as well. Hopefully to someone out there will win. So congratulations. A lot of support here in the chat as well. Unless you're one of the moderators, because I've heard a few moderators like Stuart, I'm going to quit so they can go in the entry, because definitely a very, very cool FPV prize. Can you imagine this turning up being like, there you go, buddy. Just welcome to the FPV world. You got a heap of stuff to rip around with. Have fun. Yeah, just some very, very cool things right there. Back here, main face cam. And if I close down that entry, I want to say thanks to everybody who tuned in. I hope you had some fun. And then... let's see. I will be back tomorrow. Buy once on goggles. That's from Rotoman Dan. Yeah, some really, really sound advice as well. If you're going to get goggles, just spend up a little bit more. I'm going to be doing a video soon as kind of like, well, just stay tuned. You'll be liking it. But yeah, I advise people, get a decent radio, get some decent goggles. That's what you should definitely be doing. It's a lot of definitelys in there. Bot Grinder family, lol. And William is saying the day he pulls my name, I won't be watching. Well, you better watch every single day then, brother. Zenicorp, great. I don't know if I've read one of your comments in here today, but thank you for watching. It's great to see you in here as well. Random family man, thanks for another great stream. Stu, Bedham, you should be going to bed, brother, because we rang you. Thanks for coming on, being our first live guest. If it was pretty improv. Johnny DRC is in here as well. We've got some people chilling. I hope you had a great day. Thank you so much, too, to those crazy people here for your donations. I can't believe we're up to that part already. $154.06. It does make a huge difference to pretty much the streams, the quality of streams we're going to make, and also 4K, baby. We can get there. We're going to be editing in 4K. That'll be videos for you guys to watch that should, I don't know, you will enjoy it. You will like it. So, other than that, subscribe for more FPV related content. And as always, happy flying, happy streaming, and don't miss tomorrow's stream as well. Go in and you can set a reminder. It's already up because this time, same place, same time tomorrow, we have BMS Web on the chat. So if you've got any racing questions and you want to know what it is like at the pinnacle pointy end of racing, they're going to be in there. So definitely have a good day. Subscribe for more FPV related content, and as always, happy flying.